Hi guys, Rhonda here. I'm excited to share the details of our new guest check-in process for the Global Leadership Summit in August. There are basically 3 distinct scenarios I'd like to go over with you. Scenario number 1 is called Express Check-in. Express Check-in will start with all of our pre-registered guests receiving a ticket by email. The ticket will include all of their personal information as well as the site they've registered to attend. Each guest will be encouraged to print this ticket prior to their arrival, verify personal information, and bring it with them to the summit. Guests are greeted by roving Express Check-in volunteers in the lobby. There, they receive their name badge, lanyard, and conference notebook in exchange for their completed ticket. Name badges will have a space for each guest to handwrite their name with a permanent marker provided at tables nearby. Now they're ready to enter the conference or peruse the Summit Resource Center. Express Check-in volunteers need to be easily identifiable. They carry the lanyards with name badges, notebooks, and collect the tickets from the guests. Providing a shoulder pouch or apron with pockets is helpful. Scenario number 2 we're referring to as Express Check-in with a wrinkle. In this situation, a guest arrives with her printed ticket, however it's incomplete. Perhaps she is filling an empty registration or taking another's place, but hasn't filled in the information prior to her arrival. This guest is directed to a nearby table to complete her information, then returns her completed ticket to the Express Check-in volunteer to receive her conference materials. She can then take her name badge to a nearby table to write her name on it. Scenario number 3 is guest check-in. In this last scenario, a guest arrives without a printed ticket. She is asked if she is filling an empty registration or taking another's place. In this case, she is directed to Registration Solutions, where the transfer to her name will take place. Her friend, however, is registered in her own name, so she will be directed to guest check-in. The guest check-in area is set up with alpha stations and volunteers serving guests. Each volunteer confirms the guest's registration by checking a printed roster. Once registration is verified, the volunteer marks that she's in attendance and gives the guest her name badge, lanyard, and notebook. Lastly, Registration Solutions is the place for the following: walk-in registrations, guests filling empty registrations and haven't come prepared with printed tickets, guests taking someone else's place but also did not come prepared with a printed ticket. After main guest check-in is complete, Registration Solutions will also handle lost name badges. To recap, guests arriving with a printed ticket will use Express Check-in, and guests without printed tickets are directed to either Registration Solutions or Guest Check-in. Thanks so much for your attention and desire to serve our guests at the Summit by fulfilling our mission of providing a distraction-free environment where God will transform lives. Thanks, everybody.